What is going on, guys? Grave here. Welcome back to Neverwinter. Today I want to kind of give you my thoughts about the new update that we got a couple days back, 12B here on console. Of course, I did make a video about that, kind of detailing some of the things that were changing. So if you have not seen that, make sure you check it out. But today I really want to talk about exactly what I kind of feel about all of the changes that came to the game. Now, first of all, what we're going to talk about is inventory. I do like the option here where the bags, you kind of can scroll over the old way here on PS4 with L2, R2, or you can use your D-pad and go up and down through all your bags. And I like that option a lot better. I like to be able to see everything here on one page, and it's a little bit easier, a little bit cleaner to me. Of course, we also did get the inventory options down here where you can identify all, sort all bags. You have display options. Of course, we can show you how you can look at your bags and filter it and whatnot. And then, of course, we got the convert refinement points. Of course, refinement points was also a big deal with this new update. And, of course, with the new refinement system now, you take your things, you break them down, it goes into a pool of just refinement points. You do not have certain things that can only upgrade weapons or gear or whatnot like it used to be. There was a lot of different things before that had to go into this to upgrade it or into this to upgrade it. I know that was frustrating to a lot of new players, and it was confusing. So it made it a lot simpler. You just break your refinement material down. It goes into one thing, one big pool of points. You put that on whatever you would like to upgrade. So it made it a lot simpler for everyone. I'm not quite sure still about the point system, if it is adding up to be as much as it used to. Of course, they did do away with things like being able to have feeders for artifacts and whatnot. So it is slower in some ways, but it is a lot simpler. The one big gripe I have about this is the queue system. Now, I will give them a thumbs up for one thing. It seems like I can get in and do dungeons a lot faster with my main Hunter Ranger here than I used to. It used to be if I was a DPS, I could wait for hours sometime here on console and never get in. Of course, the random, the Heroes Accord up here, I do not have it unlocked. The Chult is the only campaign that I've not completed. Of course, I do YouTube for a lot of different games, so I haven't had time to complete all of this yet. And I did more of the hunts to begin with to get gear than doing up the middle to get the Tomb of the Nine Gods unlocked. But of course, after that, we have epic trials and epic dungeons, regular dungeons, and skirmishes. Of course, I did some skirmishes a while ago, so I'm not getting the entire bonus. But if I did go back and do some more skirmishes, as you would see here on the board, it shows you what you would get. Of course, I have not done a daily random dungeon, so I would get my 9,000 diamonds there and 90 seals. Your daily epic dungeon is 6,700 seals, which is funny to me that the old easy dungeons are giving you 9,000 and the more difficult are only giving you 6. And then, of course, the epic trial would give you 6,400. And then your daily bonus for this is going to be just some refinement stuff and the roll bonus if you play the tank, blah, blah, blah. You guys kind of get the idea. At least it shows you what all you can get, and I like that. My main issue is all of these things, including the epic trial and the epic dungeon, is an item level requirement of 11,000 now. And I understand why they're doing this, but I think of a game that I really enjoy, and that is Elder Scrolls Online. If you're a certain level, you can get into a certain amount of dungeons, and then after that, the cutoff is whatever the next item level is. They should have done that in this game, because I know there are people out there that have alternates that are probably all high level. But most of my alternates, I have 2 that are close to 10,000 and 2 that are close to 8,000. And I cannot get into any dungeons that I used to with those. And in saying that, I think you should be able to play Kessels, the Shores of Tuern, maybe Malabogs and Valindras with those lower ranked characters. They're easy to do with lower ranked characters. Why you cannot get into those now is kind of beyond me. And it is very frustrating if you're trying to farm diamonds and things with your alternates to make your daily diamond amount on every character, if that's what you do. And that's what I've always done in this game. To be able to buy things, you got to have diamonds unless you're going to spend real money. And to me, they've kind of slowed that down. Yes, you can go do your random dungeon. Yes, you can go do a skirmish with those, but you're then going to have to go back to your main character and go farm dungeons just for salvage for the rest of your alternates. And that is kind of frustrating. I wish they would have done something, like I said, from the Elder Scrolls Online. If you had to be level 8,000 to get in one dungeon and you were 8,000, that was the only dungeon unlocked. The rest were locked. I think that would have been a better idea. Or to make a epic dungeon list that's like an epic normal and an epic hard. That way the normal dungeon would still give you diamonds and it would be more difficult than just the easy dungeons, and then the hard version would have been for higher tier levels. I wish they would have done something like that. And the other thing I'm not really sold on is they did throw some pretty difficult things in here, like Fanebreaker Island. Now, if you are a fresh level 1000, you go into a random queue and get put in Fanebreaker, I'll go ahead and tell you, you're going to be in for a rude awakening if you've never played it, because it is a pretty difficult thing to do. The other thing I do not like is having Master's Gambit in the skirmishes, because to me, when you go do a skirmish, it's something I want to go do real quick, get it done, get my diamonds. I know that's not everybody's idea. They may be needing to do it, but that's how it is for me. When you get into Illusionist Gambit, a lot of people want to go for gold, so they vote to keep going round after round, and I just want to get in there, get the diamonds, and get out. So I'm not really happy with that selection either. Now, of course, you can go down here and go through your dungeons like you used to, and go run them and do them. And, of course, just get salvage, go play them with friends like this, but you're not going to get daily diamond bonuses like you would if you do it within the random queue. So the random queue idea, like I said, is great. I will give them a big thumbs up on the speed. It's a lot faster on my DPS characters. I'm just frustrated with the item level number. And of course, if you're a newer player and you were close or could get into a few of those dungeons before and you're not 11,000, you're now waiting again to be able to play dungeons that you used to could play or almost could play. And it takes a while, guys, to get to 11,000. If you're a newer player, you know it's a long grind just to get to that max level of 70 to be able to start working on your item level. And now it's going to take even longer for people to be able to play dungeons. And I hope it doesn't frustrate people to make them kind of shy away from playing the game. Leave me a comment down in the comment section below and leave me your thoughts with this new update. Of course, we are getting some news about Update 13, which is being previewed on PC. We will not get that, of course, on console for several months, but as more news comes out about that, I will let you guys know. And, of course, if you like the video, make sure you hit that like button. If you have not subscribed yet, please do, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.